Hey guys, it's Tomatoda. Once in a while, I get comments that my cane slices remind people of erasers. So, about a year ago, like almost exactly a year ago from now, my husband went on a business trip to Korea and I asked him to pick me up some eraser clay. But instead of one, he brought me 3. I don't think I need all 3 for today's video. One should be more than enough. So, I'm gonna be doing a giveaway for these 2. I'll talk about the giveaway towards the end of this video because I don't know how things are gonna turn out today. I'm hoping that the product isn't complete trash because if it's trash, then it's not giveaway worthy. I've tried eraser clay back in like 1999 with adult supervision, and I remember after we boiled it to set it, it came out really melty and sticky and unusable. So that's why I have my reservations or hesitations about this right now, okay? But as time goes on, technology and things advance, right? Either way, let me go over the product itself. This is the front, which I forgot to mention. This is sold at Daiso, Korean Daiso, okay? 2,000 won, so it's really cheap for this whole pack. And then it says the contents inside are color clay, 10 colors, 1 hard bar. What the fuck is a hard bar? And 2 pincers? You know, like these things. I don't know what they're called. Try mixing the colors. This is what the back looks like. Because I yapped for too long translating each line out loud one at a time, I decided to just actually slap on an English translation here. So pause to read everything, but there are a few points I did talk about that I still wanted to include in the video. So excuse the lack of continuity for the next like 30 seconds. So I wonder if you boil a small item for 20 minutes, it's gonna burn it. I wish they gave like, 10 minutes for items this and this size and about 20 minutes for items larger than this size. This one says don't put it on top of plastic items. I guess this eats away at certain plastics, which is interesting because I put one of these rubber bands in like a plastic holder and the rubber band fucking melted the plastic. And you know, erasers are also rubber. So I guess kind of with like polymer clay as well, something in this is gonna melt plastic. Let's give it an open. This is the wooden stick that fell out of the packaging. There are some like clay on the outside of it, so make sure to cover your workspace or prepare for your workspace to get messy. Here's what the clay looks like on the inside, and they have 2 of these, whatever they're called. I kind of wonder what these are for. Is it to pick it out of the boiling water? Actually, it's pretty soft. It's already like rubbery feeling. I don't know if you guys ever done this before, but have you ever like erased your eraser and then took all the little scraps and then mushed it together? That's what this reminds me of. So my thing is that I like to make clay canes, which is why instead of sculpting something with this eraser clay, I'm going to try to make an eraser clay cane. I'm just really curious if that's possible. The first cane I'm going to make is this frog cane, which in my mind, I think it's going to be easy. Then the second cane I'm going to be making is this bee, which I also think is going to be easy. And if I have the time and the mental capacity, the last cane I'm going to make is this Tanuki cane, which I know is going to be a struggle itself, but also because I'm going to have to mix colors to get the brown, since the set actually doesn't have a brown. If you can tell by the screenshots, I am ripping off these canes from AliExpress. That's because like years ago, I made a bunch of canes and I put them on my Instagram. And the Animal Crossing fossil, the Naruto leaf symbol, and the Pokemon have no relation to each other, right? Other than being, you know, anime and video games. But by that logic, it's like saying Lord of the Rings and 50 Shades of Grey are related to each other because they're both movies. Anyways, a long while later, I saw on AliExpress that they were selling those 3 canes in one listing. And I'm not saying that they have no right. These aren't my designs. But I was kind of like, are they spying on me? Of course, like I have my doubts, but then this is a crazy coincidence that I listed them back to back to back, and then this AliExpress has all of them together, even though they're not really related to each other. It was just a weird experience for me at the time. So I've always like kind of kept it in my head, and now is my chance to be a little bit petty and recreate some of their ideas. I know, AliExpress can give the least amount of fucks about what I'm doing here, but I just kind of wanted a little bit of meaning behind the canes that I'm going to make today because it sounded like fun. Sometimes it's fun to be petty. The clay itself isn't really all that hard to knead as I thought it was going to be. It does have a bit of a color transfer after kneading it for a long time. You can see that it's getting smoother and smoother, like paste. The consistency is actually very rubbery. I like this a lot. Ooh. It kind of reminds me of the homemade porcelain clay. It doesn't exactly stretch a lot, but it has a bit of stretch and it peaks. So I'm gonna go wash my hands with water and soap to see if it'll remove the residue because I don't want to contaminate the other colors. Okay, it does rub off with water and soap and it like peels off. Kind of like sometimes foundation peels off of your face. I don't know if you guys struggle with that sometimes. But yeah, it does this. First creation is the frog, so I'm gonna use the green. But because I don't want to put this through my pasta machine since it's different than polymer clay, I'm going to have to manually roll it. Save this much for the eyes and the rest is gonna be the face. It slices off very easily. Nice, nice. I think I'm going to have to wash my hands pretty frequently in between each color just so I don't contaminate it so often. I'm gonna just wipe my hands with a wet wipe. Oh, works perfectly fine. Okay, wet wipes it is. And wipe down my workspace. I don't know what I'm doing. Hey, it's working out. It's working really well. Blending it's okay. The eyes are done, and now it's time to reduce. I'm gonna reduce it the same way that I do with polymer clay. It's feeling very natural actually, and it's holding up a good amount of structure. I think I can start stretching slowly. Now actually squeezing is a lot more effective because I feel like even though I'm stretching, it bounces back. Time for the reveal cut in the middle. I wonder if I need a sharper blade because other than like that, it does look like it cut really well, right? The only like really new blade, ouch, is this long ass one. Oh, yeah, look at that. Maybe the key to it is to cut really fast. Cutting slow and then cutting fast. I don't think so. Should I freeze it? I feel like it's a bit of a risk to freeze it. Whatever. I'll move on to the face. Now I'm gonna use a cookie cutter or cutter. Smile for me, bitch. That looks like a smile, right? Before I reduce it, I'm going to create some markings here and here. And then I'm going to carve out the whites. I'm gonna smooth that out just a little bit. Adding the eyes. All right. Oh, fuck. No. No. How about upside down? Ah! Okay, so here are the first few slices. Kind of looks like a hammerhead shark. There were a few still salvageable canes. Oh, never mind. This guy looks like he's laughing at me. Definitely upside down was the answer, but they still look pretty rough. And like what I usually do with my polymer clay scraps, I'm gonna try to salvage as much pure color as possible so that I can reuse them for future projects. For the bee, what it looks like they did is basically take cylinders and cut them in half and then slapped it together. Okay, I'm gonna have to stretch this one out just a little bit, make it into a moon shape. Then I'm going to add the eyes using a drill bit, drilling straight down. This is behaving pretty similar to polymer clay. Then I'm going to roll some black clay into the same thickness as the drill bit. So I'm going to cut an opening, create some space, push this through. I think I'm just gonna start off here because the booty is already black, right? I don't think I would need to cover it. Also, I am running low on black clay now. And I'm gonna blend in the back. When clay reduces, it twists and turns. So I'm gonna take some of this green scrap clay from the frog and I'm going to create an indicator like I did with the frog eyes for the wings. Before I reduce, I'm actually gonna work on the wings too. Now I'm gonna reduce and remove the green line. And I'm gonna smooth it out. Then I have the blue reduced and kind of shaped into a teardrop shape. I'm gonna cut it down the center and that was terrible. I'm gonna cut off the ends too. I'm gonna attach it onto the body and let's see what happens. You can do it upside down. It is squishing up the wings. Oh, actually, it's dragging the body too. Okay. Doing it fast doesn't work either. What if I like sawed it and then... Oof! That's unfortunate. Man. That works. I'm gonna go super fast. Nope. Okay, well, I guess doing the reverse slicing helps. It's the only way to salvage this, I guess. Here's what the little bees look like once they're fixed. Not too bad, right? All right, so I have an hour before I have to leave, but I am going to make the Tanuki. I'm gonna use up the rest of the yellow to make brown. Okay, it's getting somewhere. It's definitely mixing a lot easier than I thought it would be, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, I'm gonna take just this much and add just a little bit of black into it. All right, I have my darker brown and my lighter brown. Wow, mixing, it works amazing. So it kind of looks like a monkey, and I am not gonna put the leaf on the forehead because I don't have time because I gotta go and I want to finish this and boil it before I leave. Here's the ears. Now I'm gonna reduce. So I finished this and I decided with this cane, instead of slicing it, I'm going to boil it as it is and then slice it after it's cooled down. But I am curious what it looks like on the inside since I really half-assed it and it looked like a monkey originally. So, fuck. This is kind of cute, actually. Oh my goodness. All right, I have the water boiling right now. So in the meantime, I'm gonna put the clay back into here and I'm just gonna use the rest to probably sculpt something soon too. Maybe after I come back. Oh no, don't touch. Don't touch each other. Oh, they're just moving around. Okay, live your own lives, little guys. So I recommend probably adding more water. Hope this doesn't fuck it up, but it is evaporating and some of them are getting exposed to air. Yeah, I thought it had to be like just submerged, but you want to do a little bit more than submerged. I'm stupid. I should have done this. I don't cook, okay? Bon appetit! They're drying pretty fast. It did leave, like, you can tell these are the frogs. It does scrub off with some elbow grease. I'm gonna look on the label again to see if it's toxic or non-toxic. Okay, so I did look on the packaging again and it did not say if it was toxic or non-toxic, but I assume because it is a children's toy, it's most likely going to be non-toxic. Doesn't mean that it's good to have eraser residue on your pots, but I think just scrubbing it off will be more than good enough. And, you know, this is a project you do once in a while. It's not like, you know, I do polymer clay a lot, so I don't use my cooking oven. I have a separate polymer clay oven. This eraser thing, it's only once in a while. It should be okay. If I'm going to do this a lot more, I would probably get a dedicated pot for boiling the clay. I am back. This is what they look like. And they feel firmer, but they still feel like clay. A little bit raw. I don't know if it's in my head. It's definitely stuck on to a certain degree, but it can be removed. Ooh. Yikes. Okay, well, that sucks. I don't know. Something about it just doesn't feel like it's fully cured. It seems like it's in the middle stage of raw and not raw. I'm gonna try to slice this. Okay. This is working out a lot better. Now, one of the reasons, even with polymer clay, I don't bake or boil in this instance before I slice is because little tiny trapped air bubbles. So for these, they do have a little bit of air bubbles, but it looks nothing as severe as this because, you know, when I'm slicing, it kind of blends the air bubbles or covers the air bubbles. And also when I reshape it before baking or boiling, it kind of closes up the air bubbles. I'm gonna boil these again for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna slice this one after that 10 minutes. So I wanted to use up all the clay before I boiled these again so that I could also boil these afterwards. Sculpting wise, there's a few things that I want to comment. First of all, it's very easily prone to indents from fingernails. So my fingernails were working against me, but you know, here's a little blue Pikmin. Here's a ditto, and you can see a lot of texture, but it's kind of hard to remove the texture unless I'm like squishing it in one go. If I'm playing around with it, the texture is a little bit inevitable. The best way to smooth things out, I found, is to roll it, but you know, it's still not the best. Okay, I admit I did half-ass it, but blending was very difficult. So I try to use my silicone tip and I also use my fingers, but it doesn't completely blend in. And then here, I try to use the middle tip to blend it in first. Well, not this one because it's sharp, but like a bigger one. And then I use the silicone tip to smooth it out. But what happens is at the moment, it'll look like it blended in and then later it retracts back like a rubber band, right? For Patrick, what I did was I made the body first and then I attached the arms. I would advise, because of the blending issue, to not do that and kind of like go from one huge chunk into little separate chunks like this ditto here. I was a little uninspired. So here's a bono bono, here is a tiger, and here is a tomato. Oh, and then I had leftover black, and yeah, really uninspired, right? Anyways, into the boiling pot this goes. After this finishes boiling and cooling, that flipped upside down, I'm gonna call it a day and I'll show you guys the results tomorrow because I am exhausted. But Like I said before, or maybe I didn't say before, these will be in here for 20 minutes. I ended up using chopsticks to get them out of the boiling water, which worked way better. I wanted to show you guys the pot because definitely it left residue, and where the water was, it left residue. But like I said before, it does rub off with elbow grease. Here, I just came back from washing the pot, and as you can see, it is all gone, right? I personally don't care about that white residue, but I know some people are a little bit more conscious of things like that. So I wanted to show you guys, just in case it is something that you guys are concerned and worried about. If you look at the erasers, they also have the white residue, not on the back, but on the front. It wipes off like this. It comes off pretty easily just with rubbing. This one has it on the back because when I put it into the pot, it flipped over. And when it flipped over, it kind of like stuck to the bottom of the pan. So the back sides will have like markings that it was in a pan. I guess my recommendation for you would be to boil it 20 minutes because I boiled this one for an extra 10 minutes and like there was no adverse effect. It didn't burn or anything. It looks the same. Actually, this one feels a lot sturdier than the first one. I guess the key to this eraser cane is to boil it first and then slice it. There's pros and cons, but for the eraser clay, there's more pro to boiling it first. Now, let's try to erase with them. I'm gonna try to erase with this one because it's ugly, okay? I was looking through some scrap paper and I found this one, which I don't 100% know what I was documenting here, but it's pencil. Whoa! Okay, that erases really good. Wow! This is with light pressure. Yeah, even with light pressure, it erases a good amount. Okay, as an eraser, this is awesome. Now, my only concern for this is if you have a pencil case and you put it in, but you have a mechanical pencil, like this one that's made out of plastic, what if this ends up melting the plastic on my pencil in the pencil case? Actually, now that I think about it, I think all my pens and pencils are plastic. Here's the used portion of the eraser. It looks like that. So the product isn't perfect, but it does work as advertised, and for 2,000 won, it's a really fun product. I still can't figure out what these were for. Either way, let's move on to the giveaway. Because I have 2 of these left and a bunch of erasers that I don't want, I'm gonna be picking 3 winners for this giveaway. The first winner I pick is going to get one of these. The second winner I pick is also going to get one of these. The third winner I pick will be getting these erasers. Oh, oops. I tore off the other one. You won't be getting the Bono Bono. Here are the rules to the giveaway. I will also put them in the description box below if you want to read it. First are the 3 requirements. Number 1, you must be 18 years or older. Number 2, unfortunately, USA residents only or USA shipping only, because for a lot of reasons I will not do international shipping anymore. Basically, you have to have a USA shipping address. Number 3, you must have an Instagram account so that I can communicate with you through the Instagram DMs, because I also do not do emails. Now, here are the 3 steps to enter the giveaway. Number 1, subscribe to my channel, please. Number 2, leave a comment below and answer this question. What do you think is the best candy ever? My husband and I were recently talking about this, but we think that trolley eggs are the best candy ever. We've been obsessed with these for like more than 10 years. When I used to work at the market in college, these were the ones that flew off the shelves as soon as they were restocked. But they're not as easy to find. So if you ever come across trolley eggs, try them, okay? And then number 3, now this isn't a requirement, but I would really appreciate it if you can like this video. Here is how the whole process is gonna go down. The giveaway starts today, as soon as this video is uploaded on March 7th, 2025. The giveaway will end on March 22nd, 2025 at 3 o'clock p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time. And as soon as it hits 3 p.m., the giveaway is going to be closed and I'm going to start counting up the entries or going through the entries. Then using a randomized picker tool, I'm going to pick 3 winners and I will post that in shorts, just in case you guys want to see the process. I mean, I know usually no one cares, but I'm gonna post it on my shorts, okay? Then on your comment, I am going to comment that you are the winner. You have 24 hours to contact me through Instagram DMs stating that you are the winner of the giveaway. And I will be asking you for a screenshot that you subscribe to my channel because unfortunately I have no way of looking at that through my end, which is really, really stupid, I think. I can only see people who subscribed within the last like 30 days. If you subscribed to me long ago, I have no way of knowing. I don't know why it's like this, but it is like that. So I'll be asking you for a screenshot, okay? Anyways, in order to confirm that you are the real winner and not an imposter with the same name, because apparently that is something that commonly happens with YouTube giveaways, I am going to give you a number code in the Instagram DM. You're gonna take that code and you're gonna go back to your YouTube comment, the winning comment, and you're gonna hit edit and you're gonna edit it to include the code at the bottom of your comment. Once you save that, I can check that you are the real person who owns that YouTube account. I'm so sorry about all these steps, but YouTube doesn't make doing giveaways that easy. We will go through all of these step by step, okay? So don't get too overwhelmed and hopefully it all goes smoothly. Either way, once the whole confirmation thing is done, we'll talk through the DMs so that I can send the prize to you guys, okay? Also, if you do not claim your prize within the 24 hours, I will be picking a new winner. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!